Hey, so I want to do a quick video on attending conferences and how you can make the most of them. It's very easy to kind of waste your time at a conference, spend a bunch of money traveling and not really get a lot from it. So I wanted to share a few key tips on how to make sure that doesn't happen for you. So this is inspired by, I'm off to Inbound, HubSpot's marketing conference tomorrow over in Boston, which will be cool. And here's the kind of process I've taken to try and make sure we get the most ROI from that. So step one is kind of make sure you're prepared. Set clear goals, like why are you going? What you're hoping to achieve, whether it's networking, whether it's learning, whether it's getting leads or partnerships, whatever it might be, you just need to be clear on that so you know, because a lot of people just go and have a drink and don't do a lot. Think about who you want to meet. So research the key attendees, the key speakers. You can use a lot of apps. A lot of conferences have an app, where you can find the key people and contact them, or there's always LinkedIn or X will always tell you who's going. So that's really useful. You can plan your schedule around that in terms of prioritizing sessions where people are going to be at, where you can meet them off stage, Fringe events, which I'll come on to in a minute, and other networking opportunities. Like research where you need to be, where you want to be at each point of the conference. When you're there, point two is kind of maximizing your coverage, make sure you're making the most of the time. For me, the Fringe events are always the best part. They're smaller, they're more informal, you build better connections. So I'm going to Apollo's event, hopefully on Wednesday night. I'm not sure where that is, but it's like a go-to-market leader event, which is great for us. Things like that are great. And we're also going to run our own at this event. So I'm putting on a breakfast for agency leaders as well on the Wednesday morning. So try and make your own Fringe event is another great way to be involved. When you're in the conference or at the Fringe event, be approachable. Don't be on your phone. Don't have your arms crossed and have really closed body language. And kind of think about where you're going to stand. It's one thing that's kind of not really talked about a lot. So, being in the coffee stand or the entrance, make sure you're kind of in a high traffic area so that you can talk to as many people as possible. The other thing is exchanging contact information. So people don't really have business cards anymore. You can use the LinkedIn scanner. You can get a dot card, which I've got now, where you can scan the dot card and then, it's like a digital business card. All your contact information comes up. It saves you tons of time. And it's a lot easier. Point three would be around networking effectively. So be ready to explain who you are and what you do in an elevator pitch style, 30 seconds. Everyone's meeting a lot of people. They're going to forget people. We wear quite memorable t-shirts to conference normally. We have a straight out of AI, straight out of Compton rip t-shirt, which is pretty awesome, which builds conversation and is relevant, obviously. But when you're networking, think about having conversations. Don't start pitching people straight away. Build the relationships, and a conference is perfect for that. You've got so many things to talk about. What do you think of XYZ speaker? What did you think of the conference so far? Hey, there's not a lot of food here, is there? Or what Fringe events you off to tonight? All that sort of stuff. And you build that relationship and you'll find your clan there, and that's how sales ultimately happen long term. And then the bit that I think most people get most wrong is the post-conference follow-up. So, I get them all the time. Even if I've registered for a conference and not gone, I get tons of emails saying, "Hello, great to meet you at XYZ conference." And they're all generic and they're boring and you don't read them. So reference something really specific from your conversation to jog their memory. Again, if you've been to a Fringe event, you can talk about that. It's great having a drink with you at XYZ. That's really powerful. You'll get through to them and get a demo. Connect on LinkedIn as soon as you can. That's a good place to do that. And make sure you're nurturing those new connections. Don't try and pitch them straight away. Check in periodically. Ask what other conferences they're going to and kind of build that longer term cadence with them that's going to help you build that relationship longer term. Other cool things you can do is kind of put blog posts or social posts together around what you've learned at the conference, but tagging the people you've met, that's really powerful, kind of builds that relationship even more. If you can do videos and kind of other social updates, then even better. And then when you're finished and it's all done and you look back, think about how you track the ROI. And I would do that on, did you meet the people you aimed to? Did you learn what you needed? Did you generate any money from it? And offset that against the costs of your flight, your ticket, your hotel, your food, etc. to see, did it actually make money? Was it actually worth it long term? And that can help you decide which events to go to in the future as well, because there's so many. We've tried all sorts of different things from sponsoring and spending a lot of money to just turning up as a guest, to just going to the Fringe events. We've done it all. And the success of each depends on the event, the audience, whether it's a really niche audience, whether it's a really industry-specific event. So lots of things to think about, lots of things you need to track. But the key thing going into a conference is going in prepared, going with a plan, and making sure that you're getting out of it what you need to. That would be my key tips to make sure that you get good ROI. Conferences are a great thing to do, particularly in this day and age when emails and outbound is so congested. This is a great way to make real human connections. That's why we keep doing them. So we're at a lot over this fall, and hope to see you at some. We'll be inbound this week, so hopefully see some people there.